Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by. I've got a live stream going on here. I want to talk a little bit about a topic that came up that I posted out on Facebook, and some discussion ensued after that. Somebody made a video, and anyways, I thought I'd open up a little live stream. I'm going to go ahead and invite some folks, let people know here that I've got a live stream going on here. I'm going to make some comments here in just a second. I have a live stream going on right now to discuss this. Paste. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and post that to my, actually, you'll see here. I'll just move it over so you can all see. I'm posting that to the topic that I started here out on the Digital to Dice podcast. So I'm going to go ahead and post that there. And I'm going to go ahead and post here, right there. And let's see, I posted a little something up here. Just say I have a live stream going on to discuss as played replays. All right. Guess I don't need that twice. All right, I'm going to post that. Let's see how we're doing. Get that out there. I'm going to move this over. Nobody here yet. So anyways, what happened was I'm playing a couple of different 1984 Detroit Tigers season replays. I started, the main one that I have going on is with a program called Digital Diamond. And basically, I play multiple games. I will use the Digital Diamond, that's this game here. I will use the Digital Diamond game engine itself to play some games. Within Digital Diamond, there's Status Pro Baseball, and I've played some games with that. And then I've recently upgraded to Status Pro Advanced. I've really been enjoying that game. That one may have become my favorite game. And so I've been using that game as well. And I've also played some games with Action PC Baseball. A couple of the games have been played by OOTP, and then I record everything here in Status Pro. I also had a secondary 1984 replay going on using, where is it here? Action PC Baseball. And in Action PC Baseball, you can see I'm coming to the end of the season, and the Tigers are in second place here behind the Blue Jays, 2.5 games back with an elimination number of 7, or a magic number of 7, however you want to say that. And that's much different than what's going on over here in my main 1984 replay. And what's going on over here in my main 1984 replay, I'm waiting for this to come up here, is the Tigers are doing way better. They're up about 11 and a half games. Still waiting for this to come up. This laptop I'm on is not old. I'm not sure why it's so slow over here. It's actually faster on my older Mac. Anyhow, you'll see here the Tigers have a comfortable 18.5 game lead here over the Indians. And in real life, if we go over to Baseball Reference, you will see Baseball Reference. Let's see here. Boy. That's my son in the background. He says hello.
What's up, chat?
MLB standings on this day. So in real life, on September 19th, 1984, I believe the Tigers had a comfortable 11.5 game lead. Hey, Nick, can you turn that down?
Yeah, sorry.
Thank you. That's all right. Still, okay, here we go. So we go down here. You can see the Tigers on this day had a 14-game lead on Detroit, on Toronto. So as a result, if you look at a game that took place on September 19th, you will see the Tigers had September that they were playing instead of the Tigers. So you had this player named Scott Earl. I had never heard of him before, playing second base. Bergman, who it wasn't a call up, but he certainly wasn't used to batting second. And then you had, let's see, Johnny Grubb playing. He wasn't a call up, but he wasn't an everyday player. Nelson Simmons called up from the minors. Mike Laga, Doug Baker, and then even Dwight Lowry, who wasn't. He's been with the team all season, but Lance Parrish did most of the heavy lifting all season long. So you can see here they're starting kind of a B lineup there, and so if you're playing as played, that's fine. If I'm playing this season right here where I have an 18 and a half game lead, that's no problem. I can play my September call-ups. However, if I go to Action PC here, you'll see that I'm behind. I'm 2.5 games behind here. Toronto, I've only got, what is that, 150? Let me get out of here. Sorry. Okay, I've only got let's see, 153. What? There's nine games left, 162. So there's 9 games left in the season. So I really need to win, and Toronto needs to lose a little bit too. So when I started playing the game yesterday, and I noticed that I had, goodness gracious, is this slow? I noticed that I had these guys starting, Earl and Simmons and Laga and all this, and I was like, whoa, I need my starters in there because I need to win. So anyways, it just got me thinking about as played. And I posted a question out here on the Digital Diamond Facebook group here. Got a lot of nice discussion here. One thing that I want to address, what is using a lot of CPU here? I'm going to go ahead and shut this down for now. Maybe that'll help. Hope it's not StreamYard. Anyways, one of the things that I want to say is that I got quite a few responses that were saying, "Hey, it's your replay. Play it however you want." Or, some people were like, "Hey, I just play this so that it's fun. I don't really care." And I got a little bit of the impression that maybe some of the people were interpreting what I said as like, you should play your replay this way. And that's not at all what I intended. I totally understand. I mean, this is just a hobby. You play it however you want. I mean, if you want to, create some superstar player and blow up his stats or something, kind of like an MLB The Show, and you go for it, man. This is your world. You play it however you want. But I thought, I posted that because I thought it's still good discussion, because we all try to, set up our replays, and we kind of think through how we want to do it. And, we think about stuff like, well, what is as played? Does that mean, okay, yes, I'm starting with starting lineups, that are brought in from Baseball Reference or wherever. But, how far do I carry that? Do I get into a game and, it's time to put in a relief pitcher? Do I go out to Baseball Reference and say, well, what relief pitcher did they bring in then? That's the relief pitcher I'm going to bring in now. And I know some folks that do that. And again, this is not me saying you shouldn't do it that way. You do it however you want, of course. For me, I would look at that and say, well, do I have a bunch of lefties coming up here? I'm probably going to put in a left-handed pitcher, especially if the game's tight. I may not do exactly what happened in real life. So I guess as I think through this and I think, how am I going to play my replay? I guess as played in my world is starting lineups for the most part. After that, it's just whatever. If I'm going to pinch hit with somebody, I'm going to pinch hit. If the game that I'm playing says that there was an injury, I'm going to go ahead. The way I play that is I go ahead and take the player out of that game, but that's it. I don't, if the game says, oh, he's out for 5 games, I don't pay any attention to that because I let the as played lineups and transactions that occurred throughout the season dictate when a player was injured, when they were maybe sent down to the minors or what have you. So that's how I play. And maybe some people would consider that, well, that's not as played. That's fine. Okay. I think, when I just looking at different discussions that have gone on that I've read many, many times, it just seems like everybody's kind of got their own way that they skin a cat on that. Many ways to skin a cat. So I guess you could say for as played, there's many ways to skin a cat. So, hey, Dwayne, welcome. I've got 2 people here, and yeah, appreciate you stopping by. Dwayne, what I'm doing here is I'm kind of just giving some more commentary a little bit on the Facebook post that I had out on the Digital to Dice Facebook group. I kind of posted an issue that I'm having with as played in one of my replays. One of my replays is the 1984 Tigers. Let me go back here. Did you see that post, Dwayne? Just curious. Anyways, it's basically was like saying, hey, I ran into a situation where in real life, the Tigers were doing so well in September, and that, yeah, okay, you saw it. Okay, so here's the situation right here. I mean, in my Digital Diamond replay, which really is, I'm using Digital Diamond as a game board companion, and many different games. I've got Payoff Pitch, I've got Status Pro Basic, Status Pro Advanced, the Digital Diamond engine itself. I played some of the games in this season with OOTP, some of them with Action PC. It's just been kind of a, whatever mood I'm in, that's the game I play. And so all the stats have gone in here, and you can see I've got a comfortable 18.5 game lead, with, what is that, 139. So what I've got about 23 games left in the season. So, when I get to September and I run into a real life situation where, hey, the Tigers were up in real life 14 games, and now they're playing a bunch of September call-ups, when in my other replay, I'm 2.5 games behind. I've got 9 games left. I'm looking at a magic number that's counting down on me, an elimination number. I'm not playing that B lineup. So, I'm going to modify that a little bit. And so I guess the purpose of this live stream, I thought maybe some of you might jump over. We could have a discussion. But I really think as played is just kind of how you want to do it. It's everybody's going to have their own spin on that, and some are very strict. You play the starting lineups, and it doesn't matter. If you in my situation here, you're still going to play the B lineup because that's just the way it is. Now, somebody had an interesting take on this, and let me. One of the guys went over and made a video. This is the Pesky Poll, debating the merits of as-played baseball season. So he had this discussion after reading that post, and he had an interesting take, and that is there may be a reason why they're 2.5 games back. You could have some players that are struggling. Have I really gone through and studied the statistics? No, I haven't. I'm not a big stats guy. But maybe some of these players are struggling, and putting these September call-ups in might have been the right move, so maybe you just stick with as played. So, yeah, and that was an interesting angle for sure. So let me go back to the discussion, see if anybody has anything. So, hey, Sports Time Machine. Dwayne says, let me go ahead and I'm experimenting with this. I'm going to go ahead and show. It says, correct. I would not either. I would start the better players to try and win. In real life, they would not have to use the call-ups. Yep, that's the way I look at it. That's the way I played it. So, yeah. So I guess for me, as played is just, it's a starting point. And I'll admit, I'm lazy. I don't have tons and tons of time to play these games. So, and again, I'm not a big stats guy. So as played is just easy. I can come in, I can load the lineup and just start playing. And that's what I want to do. And everybody has their own take and their own reasons on why they play their replays. And for me, it's more of a nostalgic thing. I play like my 1977 season and my 1984 season because these take me back. I graduated high school in 1984. In 1977, I've got the full season of APA cards, and I played those to death as a kid. And so replaying these games is kind of like traveling back in time. You're going back to a time when life was simpler and less stressful. So that's one of the reasons I play this game. I know some guys are more stats guys. And they pour over the stats. I'm really not. Wins, losses, yes. Who had the most home runs, batting, your typical stats. That's kind of the level that I'm at, that I care for. Let's see here. Dwayne says, I like to use as play for the starting pitching and who played. I sometimes change the batting order, might move some on down in the lineup, etc. Yeah, same here. So it sounds to me, Dwayne, like as played is kind of a starting point. You use that to start, and then you kind of take it from there. And some people have said, well, if you're going to modify that, what about all these other teams? Modifying them, and but that's where I look at the software, because I let where is it? I let Digital Diamond play almost all of the other games. I'm playing the Detroit Tiger games. I might cherry pick another game or two here and there. For example, right now in my main 1984 replay, and this is really slow on my Dell. Let me go back here. I'm really looking forward to version 13, just because I always like the shiny new thing. And Mark Cohen, the developer for Digital Diamond, said probably end of March. So beginning of the baseball season is when he's looking to launch that. So I'm really excited about that. Anyway, you'll see here in the National League West, got a pretty tight race going on, San Diego and Houston. So, and then just the other day, the Dodgers were like a game behind. So I went ahead and there was a game where the Dodgers were playing the Padres. I went ahead and played that game because it was interesting. So I play pretty much all the Tiger games, and then I'll cherry pick a game here and there. But other than that, I'm letting Digital Diamond play the rest of these games. And I know Digital Diamond has its own engine. So I guess all the games are getting massaged a little bit. They're not totally, as played. But let's see. Let me catch up on some of the comments. Sports Time Machine says, your 84 replay Tiger is not getting the same love as real life. Yeah, you know what? Time Machine, they're getting lots of love in my main. I call it my main replay. And again, my main replay is everything is logged in Digital Diamond, and then I play different games: Payoff Pitch, Status Pro Advance, Action PC, and then I load everything in here. In that main replay, yeah, 18 and a half game lead. They're smoking. But on the replay and the Action Baseball, I keep saying replay baseball. I do not have that game, but I'm very curious. I would love to try it someday. On Action PC, no, they're not getting much love. 2.5 games behind Toronto, and let's see, 150. I've got 9 games left. I'm running out of time here, and that's where I saw that B lineup come in, and I'm going, whoa! I can't. I need my starters in there. Let's see. Dwayne says, me too, looking for the Status Pro engine. Yeah. So I saw the other day, I asked out in the Tappa Talk Digital Diamond Dugout forum, I asked him, I said, I'm confused because I heard that Status Pro Advanced would be baked into Digital Diamond. He said, no, it's not going to be Status Pro Advanced. It's going to be a Status Pro, what did he call it? Gen 4 or something like that, or it's like an EP4. It's basically like a version 4 of Status Pro. It's not going to be advanced. He says it is not advanced, but it's also not basic. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Is it better than base? I'm sorry, is it going to be better than advanced? I don't know, but he's saying it's very accurate. I guess the thing that I'm, I picture that. Let me go into a game here. I picture that as being kind of like I think it's going to look exactly like the Digital Diamond engine. You're not going to really see any difference. Clicking pitch, you're still clicking hit, and you're going to get results. And behind the scenes, it's going to be Status Pro. But I don't know. Until I see it, I don't know. Let's go ahead and look at the next Detroit Tiger game here. Let me put on the next thing here. What do we got? Dwayne. Oh yeah, Status Pro. I just a month or so ago, I went ahead and bought a couple of Status Pro Advanced seasons, and man, I am loving that game. I think it may be my favorite, at least right now. I really love it. But I'm going to go ahead and kick off the Tigers at Baltimore game here, and you can see we've got a September call-up. Roger Mason pitching. And now in this game, that's fine. I'm 18 and a half games up. I don't care. Let Roger pitch. But on my Action PC side, when I get to this day, no, probably not. Probably not. Oh, go ahead. It's taking a while there. Go ahead and hide that. Let's see. I got 3 folks in here. Hello, everyone. Just a discussion on as played. Seems to be a popular topic. Whenever it comes up, you get a lot of people chiming in. Everybody's got their own take on it. And one of the things, I don't know if I've got different people in here or not, but one of the things I just wanted to say, manage my computer, is, none of my comments in my, I never intended any of that to be like, hey, you should play your as played this way. This is the right way to play as played. Some of the response kind of hinted towards maybe taking it that way, and that's not at all the way I take it. I meant it. I completely get everybody's kind of got their own spin on things, and hey, it's just a hobby. We're just doing this for fun. So, it's your world. Do whatever you want in it. So, waiting for this game to pull up here. And I'm bringing this up because I want to show the current engine, and I'm not sure how this new N4, whatever he called it. I got to look that up. Digital Diamond. Going out to the Digital Diamond website, which has a link to the community forum, the Tapa Talk forum. While I'm waiting for that to pull up. Let's go ahead and move this over here. How's the stream doing? Got Fairway. Exactly. So at the end of the day, we're just having fun. We're just having fun. So she asked the same question if I'm talking about games. It's real or fake? Where was it? Player substitute. Can't wait for version 13. That's recent, game by game mode. I want to say it's this one. Where Mark give a pretty good explanation of what Status Pro Advanced is going to be, and that what this Status Pro that's baked into. Oh, great! All right, let's see. It just kind of decided to jump on us on its own. Here we go. This is Mark Cohen's comment. He said, and when asked, I said to him, I'm confused on whether or not Status Pro Advanced will be a game engine option in version 13. I know Status Pro Basic will be, but I thought I saw a comment from Mark saying Advanced will not be, at least not in the initial release time. And this is DDBB admin is Mark. And he said version 13 will have a new game engine that uses Status Pro to generate game outcomes. This engine will utilize the 4th edition of Status Pro, so SP4ED, which was created by Derek Beckner. Status Pro 4th edition is a major improvement over the 3rd edition of Status Pro, also known as Status Pro Basic, and early fast plays are showing accurate simulations. Version 13 will also have board game companion support for Status Pro 4th edition, including the ability to view and export Status Pro 4th edition cards. Status Pro Basic will not be supported in version 13. It is being replaced by the 4th edition. Then he says here, and he kind of put it in bold, Status Pro 4th edition is not Status Pro Advanced. And Status Pro Advanced will not be implemented as a game engine in version 13. That feature has been pushed to version 14. So he is planning on it. He is planning on it. So that's good. So basically what we're going to see in version 13 of Digital Diamond is this Status Pro 4th edition. But I think, I'm curious to see how that's actually going to look when you play it, because right now, like here's the traditional Digital Diamond engine. You've got your probability cards here, and let's see if I have the dice showing. Yeah, dice visible. Let me turn this back to very fast, or else you won't see the dice. And I apologize here. Digital Diamond on my work laptop, which is this, is pretty slow. Okay, so like right here, you see how I've got my home team up here. It's the team that I'm managing, human. And all you do is, you pitch swing, you get the dice, and you see how it plays out on the probability card. I wonder how that's going to look, this new Status Pro 4th edition. Is it just going to be a button and we get the results? Or, are we going to see like Status Pro cards down here? I'm really curious to see how that's going to play. I'm kind of hoping it's a little bit more than just pushing the button and stuff happens in the background. And, it's either the Digital Diamond engine or it's the Status Pro 4th edition engine, and you don't really know, and it doesn't really matter because at the end of the day, it's just kicking out a result, So I don't know. I'm really curious to see how that's going to look. So I'm going to go ahead and come out of here. How's the discussion going? Got four people in here. Welcome, everybody. Let me go ahead here. So if anybody's new here, basically I just started a stream here to just have discussion on as played and what that means to people. And I think it really, as played is kind of like, there's as many versions of as played as there are people who play it. Some are very strict with as played, and some, I'm a little more loosey-goosey. I basically use it as a kickoff, a starting point, and then I take it from there. And then I let Digital Diamond take care of the rest of the games for me, and I just don't worry about it. I'm somebody that doesn't have a lot of time. Let me see how the camera's doing here. Yeah, I'm somebody that doesn't have a lot of time on my hands. I still have young kids I'm raising. We're in school and have to be taken to practices and picked up and all that stuff. And full-time job, and I don't really I can't sit down for hours on end and play these games as much as I'd like to. So I have to kind of find my pockets of time to play and play the games I want to play. And again, I want it to be accurate, but it doesn't have to be like crazy accurate. I just want to have fun. As long as I know it's somewhat accurate, that's good enough for me. So, well, all right, folks, I think I'm going to end this stream. I thank you for stopping by, those of you that did. And yeah, that's it. God bless. Bye-bye.